Well, I got this one spot right here. This spot right here. This one, it's about a 1/16 of an inch dip, and I can't. There's no holes underneath for me to get to it to try to push it, try to get out. So I guess we're gonna do a Bondo spot, another second Bondo spot. All the rest of it is spot on, straight. So including the front, including the troublesome area in the corners there and everything, all squared out. So you gotta mix up more Bondo, put a patch about this size right here. I can feel it. It's got a bump right here, and it's got a low spot right here. That's what I took a 110 grit to it or 100 grit to it just to scuff it up so that the Bondo has something to grab a hold of real good. So one last spot, Bondo, and then letting it dry and sand it down, and then we're ready for block sand, some more block sanding, because I've sanded this twice now. Okay, I got my spots. I went through with my little, if you guys have not seen me use my little flashlight trick, then there'll be a video right about right here, right about right now. But I just use a flashlight to find shadows or low spots. Okay, so I've got my spot putty in my little places. Here's my Bondo for my one bad spot that is drying and curing right now. So it's just a matter of letting everything dry, letting the Bondo turn to light pink so you know it's dry, so we can bust it down. Or just a matter of letting the spot putties all dry, let them turn from dark red to light pink. You know they're dry, and letting that cure out. So we'll give this about an hour, and we'll wait for that to harden, and then we'll bust all this down and go from there. Okay, it is 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and I have just got done wet sanding this thing. I think I got her. That's what I had to do to get it right. Everything else, I got some bald spots, but those are just high spots, and I think we're going to shoot this final coat primer and then let that cure. As you can tell, made a mess wet sanding, and see what we got in the morning. See what we got to do for final wet sand, and then final spot if there's any kind of small pinholes or anything that I've missed. And so I'll shoot some paint on this right now. I got a couple spots that are still curing, but all in all, she turned out pretty good. I end up with a light spot. I re-hit that right there, but that's not a blemish. But really, things are still curing. It's still a little light here, light there, but I think I might have it about done, except for one thing. One little air hole in the Bondo. One little air bubble in the Bondo, and a little squiggly, whatever that is right there. That's it. The rest of this thing is cherry. I can't believe it. One air bubble. One Bondo air bubble. Look at that. But it's late Saturday night. I'm going to let this cure overnight. Leave the heater running because it's cold outside. But yeah, it came out clean. Oh, there you go. That's the last of the body work on this hood. I'm going to go ahead and let that cure tonight. And I'll just over it with a probably 400 grit. And then I'll wet sand it one more time. And then we'll shoot it. If you're still here, like, share, subscribe, smash that button, hit that bell, tell your friends. Check out unclebuckstuff.com. If you'd like to help out the channel with a hat, t-shirt, or hat, it's late. But I'm enjoying it. Okay. Last step before color is a couple, 3 brand new towels and some lacquer thinner, and I'm going to show you how to do this. We're just basically going to do a wipe and a flip and a wipe and a flip. That way we're not smearing, because there's still going to be dirt come off that. So one wipe, fold it, one wipe, fold it, and once it's got all the sides are dirty, throw it away, get a new one. I'll show you what we're going to do. All right. We're going to fold it into 4s. It's already got a fold in it, but we're going to fold it into 4s like this. That way, and we're going to put lacquer thinner on it, and it'll soak through the rag. It'll soak through the rag, and then we're just going to, just like that. See how that got dirty? Flip it. See? Still got dirt all in it. All right. Then flip it. All right. Then find a clean one. And then flip it. See? And if you want to, you can refold it. Just like this. Clean side. Still wet. See? Look. Yep. Wow. That's pretty dirty. All right. Flip her again. Yep. There we go. Okay. See? It's still... All right. That's the final. So we'll do that. That one's gone. Put that one in trash. Get a new one. That's kind of how gross it gets. It's dirty. It's still got dirt on it. All right. Now we're ready to paint. But do we want to paint it flat? Or do we want to paint it horizontal? All right. There's the first coat. And yeah, you can tell that how I painted it. Zing, 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 zing. You can tell. And if I left it like this, it would show. But we're not going to leave it like this, okay? So I'm not going to do any more block sanding. But I wanted to show you something here. All right, so that first one, that first coat was done with a tip like this, okay? Just a regular round, you know, you can tell where they were, you know, and you can tell where I overlapped, you know, pretty uniform. What we're going to use is these fan tips like this. Now, these are the last 2 cans of this that I have, you know, flat enamel, black, and that's what we're going to do for color for this. This was flat black primer with the wrong kind of tip. So we're going to use this with a fan spray on it to do the final coat, to get more uniform, to get it to where it doesn't look like this. But the trick is, see, the reason I went this way with all of this is because with this, we're going to go this way. So we're going to get coverage both directions, so that whatever low, high, whatever thin, heavy, everything gets uniform, including the front, which actually turned out very nice. I was kind of worried about, I don't know if you can tell, there is no spot. There is nothing. There's no blemishes. She's pretty straight, except for, you know, the overlap. So, but yeah, the trick is your final coat is with something with a tip that has a fan spray on it. Because if you try to use one of those regular round tips, it's never going to turn out good, especially not with a large piece of real estate like this. You know, it's, or like if you had a long box, a fleet side long box, it wouldn't look good. You just can't make it look right. You can spot a paint job like this from a mile away. But this fan tip going opposite direction of the way the first coat was done, it'll fill everything in and it'll look beautiful. So I'll show you that in just a second. Oh, another trick is I basically warm these up with that. I stuck them on the floor in front of that heater, and these cans are about 70 degrees. They're warmer than the actual ambient temperature, which does help keep these cans. So you can dip them in water, you can do whatever you want to do, but warm. If it's like right now in the shop, it's 58 degrees, and these cans are about 70, and so this is about 58 degrees, and I have the heater blowing directly on it. So I'll shut that off when I shoot this, but just, they say temperature range 50 to 70 is the best temperature range for this kind of paint. So we're dead center. So, well, I had to stand her up on her edge because putting it on the sawhorses, tipping the can, it was leaving streaks in it. It was even worse than what it looks like it's curing right now. I did the whole half pattern to, I started from the bottom, worked its way up. But because the can was sitting at like a 45, it was deposited heavy on the bottom edge and light on the top, so it was leaving streaks 10 times worse than that. So that's one can, the final coat. I got one more can to use. I'm gonna let this cure for about an hour, let this cure out, and then we'll shoot it again. Probably shoot it 2 more times because this is gonna, main focal point of the truck. So we're going to make this look as slick as possible. I know she looks glossy or semi right now, but it's just a satin, not a satin. It's a, flat black. It'll cure out flat, just like the rest of the truck. But to be continued. So if you're still here, like, share, subscribe, smash that button, hit that bell, tell your friends. Check out unclebuckstuff.com. Check out a hat or t-shirt, see if you'd like to help out the channel. Y'all have a good day, because good day today can mean a slicked out, beautiful hood in the morning. Y'all be good.